Gitu ya. I want to do some work training to update my knowledge, but finding something that works for me is tricky. I found this online course, but it looks like it'll be really demanding, and I think I won't have enough time to do it properly, to be honest. Another option is that if I can find 11 other people who are interested, we can ask someone to come to the office, but it looks like not enough people want to do it. Such a pity too. Doing it at lunchtime would be so much easier than doing evening classes. My afternoons are busy enough already. I want to do some work training to update my knowledge, but finding something that works for me is tricky. I found this online course, but it looks like it'll be really demanding, and I think I won't have enough time to do it properly, to be honest. Another option is that if I can find 11 other people who are interested, we can ask someone to come to the office, but it looks like not enough people want to do it. Such a pity too. Doing it at lunchtime would be so much easier than doing evening classes. My afternoons are busy enough already.
Hi everybody. The reason I've called this brief staff meeting is to discuss the new labels and designs of our products, and more importantly, to give you some information about our new logo design. As most of you already know, the company has had the same logo since it was set up. So what we're hoping to do is to create a more universal logo, something all countries and cultures can understand. We've got a few designs ready, and what we'd like is some feedback from all of you on which logo you prefer before we make any final decisions. Hi everybody. The reason I've called this brief staff meeting is to discuss the new labels and designs of our products, and more.
How's the wedding planning going?
Don't ask. I'd like people to stop interfering, to be honest. I've finished all the jobs on my list, but if people just left me alone, I could focus on getting the best value for money.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Have you not managed to get any good deals on food like you'd hoped?
Well, I have, thanks to my mum. But she's also trying to force me to make choices about the food, the venue, and other things. It's my wedding, after all.
Here are some guidelines about the dress code at Finer Sounds. Our starting point is comfort. So you should come into the office in whatever feels best for you personally. to help you relax and be productive. So I guess most people choose jeans, t-shirts, that kind of thing. There are limits, though. Perhaps shorts and bare feet would be a step too far, even if it is a really hot day. If we're meeting clients, we try to be neat and tidy, of course, but there's no pressure to be super smart. Generally, use your common sense. Think about the setting and dress accordingly.
Have you renewed your insurance recently?
I've just done it, actually. I ended up deciding to change company as well.
Oh, did you find something less expensive?
Well, quite the opposite, in fact.
So why change?
Remember I had that accident?
Hi, I'm calling because I've lost my national ID card and, I don't know what to do.
First of all, you need to report it to the police. They'll give you a special reference number.
Okay, but how do I get a replacement?
You need to make an appointment to come into our office. You must bring the police reference number and 3 forms of ID.
If you watch a lot of commercials on TV, you'll more than likely have experienced the sensation that the person speaking isn't really passionate about this shampoo or doesn't really love that shop. While these professional actors may well contribute to a stylish, smart image of a company, they can't compete with those clever promotions that speak to members of the public on the street. That's because such people are just more believable.
Large-scale world maps were an English speciality in the Middle Ages and were drawn on cloth, walls or animal skin. One of these, the Hereford World Map, known as the Mappa Mundi, has survived complete and is believed to be the world's largest medieval map. Maps like this were drawn in great detail but could only be read by people who spoke Norman French, the language of the secular elite. They interpreted
Pewter is an alloy consisting mostly of tin, which has been mixed with small amounts of other metals such as copper or lead to harden it and make it more durable. It has been used for the production of household and other items in Europe since Roman times, but once the Romans had left in the 5th century, little pewter was made here until the craft was reintroduced in the 12th century, probably by monks. They used the metal to make chalices, plates and spoons for ceremonial use, but the versatility of pewter was soon recognised by the wider community. During the 17th and 18th centuries, pewter would have been found in every household, and pewterwares are still being made today.
So, while the work you do and the relationships you develop while volunteering can sometimes lead to paid work, just remember this is the exception, not the rule. The positive effect of volunteering on your job prospects is likely to be less direct. Voluntary work in itself is unlikely to be the main factor that persuades an employer to take on a particular applicant, but it might be an advantage if, say, there is nothing to choose between you and another job candidate in terms of skills. At the very least, employers favour people who show enthusiasm, energy and drive, and there are few better ways to demonstrate those characteristics than by doing voluntary work. Thanks for coming, everybody. With the aim of being more transparent, here's the outline of our total spending for the next quarter. We're having to be prudent because we've lost quite a bit of financial support from our usual investors, so don't be shocked by the numbers. As a company, we're doing just fine and profits are in line with our predictions. Right, okay, sales department. You're taking a bit of a hit this quarter, I'm afraid. There's still just about enough to maintain current staff levels, but we can't take on anyone new. We need every spare penny we have for marketing to try and push up sales a bit, just to try and cover what we've lost in investments.
I've always had a passion for photography and filmmaking. I tried to get into filming, as a career, but found it too competitive. So I was content to work as a special events photographer instead. Something I also loved as a hobby was scuba diving. Then, a few years ago, whilst I was on a dive in Egypt, I bumped into some divers who were planning on making a documentary about incredible dive sites the following year. We swapped contact details. Then, as soon as I got home, I did some deep sea diving training and bought some underwater filming equipment. Needless to say, I ended up on their team as the underwater cameraman, combining my two hobbies and getting paid for it.